I kind of want to do this video right now, dude. I'm excited. From 1 to 10, how racist are you? I feel like we would need a comprehensive list of like what are things that would make you racist. You know what I mean? Like, would it make me racist if I don't like a particular food or something, or what? Like, what is it? I mean, I feel like you would just say like a no, right? It's like a scale 1 to 10. The answer is no. You know, I would say 5. This way, even if 1 was the highest or 10 was the highest, I'm safe. I'm safe. You know. But let's see what they have to say.
Racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm gonna say if you live in America and you were born here and you're grown up and you're 50 plus,
Yeah.
good luck if you're below 5.
Which one is the highest and lowest? What's the 1 to 10? Is it 10 is the most
How
racist?
racist are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Racist. Oh.
Oh my god.
And be honest.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'd like to say 10, but
What is 10 the best? Why would you want to be a 10?
I think being white, I can't say that.
Yeah. So, okay, no, 10 means like super racist.
Oh, I'm at 11.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
I hate everybody equally.
How racist
That's still racist. I don't know. I probably have some racial prejudices, and not even like when it comes. It's and you'd think I'm like, oh man, another white guy racist to black people. Not really, honestly. I mean, listen, I feel uncomfortable because like I'm not trying to be that guy and get myself in trouble. I don't care like socially. I don't want to get banned off YouTube again. But like I have prejudices, you know what I mean? It's like the other day I was walking, I was at a graduation, and I was like walking, and this was a young girl like rudely bumped into me, and you know I think she was Greek, and I was like, damn, you know, Greek people, you know what I mean? Rolled my eyes, and I think we all have those moments, you know. I try not to let it get to me, but I don't know, man. I feel like as I've gotten older, I do it more. I try not to, of course. I don't like try to treat people any differently. I don't really interact with a whole lot of people anymore because I'm offline. But maybe that's one of the reasons why, because I'm so like I'm just so online now. I don't have normal human interactions anymore. But fucking Greek people, am I right, guys? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It is what it is, dude. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's a little racist. I've heard from all groups of people racism towards all other groups of people. You want to play that like woke bullshit where it's like, well, you can't be racist to white people. Oh, shut up. Just then prejudice. Sure, fine. You know, it is what it is. I guess for me, I don't care as long as it doesn't like impact anything significantly. Like the guys I used to work with, a lot of Hispanic guys, like they would make fun of white people. It was whatever. We didn't care, but they were nice to me. They were nice to all of us, so it was just good fun. We didn't care, you know. We didn't care.
are you?
0.
0. 0.
It was the scale was 1 to 10, silly goose. You cannot be a 0.
The family I come from, the type of people I'm around a diverse, you know, family, people and things like that. So, no.
Not racist at all.
Yeah, no.
Probably.
I wouldn't say so.
How racist are you?
Between a 3 and 4?
Honest. He's an honest man. I can respect that. 0 is lying. I'm just letting you know. All right. I would say that like I think that like 3 or 4 for me. I don't know how you define it. Probably like a 3 or 4. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Maybe a 7 or no, I'm just kidding. Maybe a 3 or 4. You know, just a little like I have. You know, it's one of those things where like you have the thoughts and then you know that the thoughts are wrong, but you can't necessarily control having the thoughts. You're like, that was wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's wrong. That's a constant battle every day, right?
I think that there are things that I'm ignorant to, so it's not that I sit here to be racist, but I think that there's just things that I still need to learn.
Like, I definitely feel like I could have better thoughts, like the initial thoughts, and like try to unlearn a lot of things.
Ask them which race you dislike. That's what I want to hear. Let's see if they'll self-report.
So.
I'm a 1 due to accidental racism.
Okay. All right, dude. Okay.
Give me an example of accident.
Let me just tell you, the lower you rate yourself on the racism thing, or the more unrealistically you rate yourself on this racism chart, the less people of color or whatever you want to call them are going to like you. You know, if you tell somebody, it's like, hey, listen, I'm a little racist. They'll be like, yeah, okay, me too. It is what it is. That's it. And if you're like, I'm not racist at all, sir. Like Kelly Osbourne on the fucking... Did you see that? I ended up watching like Kelly Osbourne clip yesterday from some content creator. It was just in my shorts. Let me see if I can find it. It just randomly came up, and I had me roll, and I hadn't seen that in a long time. Oh, here it is.
Those racist comments do not help.
Y'all remember when Kelly Osbourne tried to
This is
support
just
Rosie
funny.
Perez by calling Donald Trump a racist by unveiling herself as a racist?
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Thought she ate, but she ate, famished. Somebody's a gas. Did you hear that sigh?
Then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump? Oh, that's no. In the sense that.
In what sense?
You know what
Incredible.
I mean?
No, we don't.
This stuff this is maybe crazy. Like, this is the person that's saying 0 out of 10. This is the one. Yeah, the one about Trump's mates. Yeah, this is the person that says 0 out of 10 that they're racist. Just letting you know that. Okay.
Until racism.
I'm Filipino, and sometimes I will mistaken.
I'm half a Pino. I get it. It's like a half instead of a full. All right.
Some people for like different Asian races.
For me, because I'm Asian, I definitely will
Oh, come on. You can't wear that and expect me to have a straight face, please.
acknowledge, like, there are times where I'm like, damn, like, my people really be doing this.
Growing up in like an Asian household, it's more like we discriminate against each other. It was always just like, oh yeah, you know, if you're Chinese,
Let me tell you something, okay? When I'm with my wife and we're getting manicures and pedicures, I know that they're saying something about me. All right, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. I know you're saying something. Stop being mean to me, bro. Just say it to my face, you know.
and you're like cheap with like money, but you have money, Korean, then you're gonna be someone that's just kind of like put yourself above everyone else, super stuck up.
In my Vietnamese household, I feel like Vietnamese people, they're a little bit more judgy, and so everywhere you go, there'd be things like they would point out, and so that's why I started noticing that too.
Well, sometimes I'm making joke of myself as being an Asian. I can do this, right? Something there is a better driver I see. I'm just saying. I think she is a female Asian driver.
Bro, it was like it was a little while ago. There was. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I was with this guy, this Asian guy. Well, not Asian guy. Well, he was Asian, I guess. Not East Asian. Like, he was from like India, Asian, right? And he was talking. He's like, I don't like Asian people. And I was like, bro, you are fucking Asian. He's like, yeah, I guess I am. It was just, I don't know. It just made me laugh thinking about it.
I can say because myself is that.
How racist are you on a scale from 1 to 10?
Towards my own race, probably like a 5.
Who's your own
Whoa.
race?
I'm Asian and white, so those are the two races I usually pick.
That's so based to hate white people.
I'm Latinx. I was born in Mexico. Like,
bro, Latinx, come on, man.
sometimes I meet other Latinx people and they tell me like, you know, some situation. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's such a Mexican thing.
How racist are you on a scale of 1 to 10? What's your number?
Consciously, I want to say 1.
You're not allowed to. I mean, not for nothing, but like a white person, if you said like a 4 or 5, you're at much higher risk of being socially hated on Twitter than anybody else. You know, it's kind of you kind of just have to say, not at all. I don't even see guys. Honestly, we're at a point now where for white people online, you should just stab your fucking eyes out, rip them out of your head, so you just can't. You literally cannot see anything. I don't see color. I don't see anything. This way, you know, can't even answer the question.
I would say like a 1. Probably like 1.5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
1.
You're confident out of it?
Yes.
I feel like saying 1 is almost ignorant of all the unconscious biases that I probably carry.
Yeah,
So
but if you're a 1, you could say you're...
I try to actively work to be a 1.
1, ideally. 1.
Ideally.
Hopefully not anything more.
Ideally, like a 3. Gotta have a little bit, right? How are we gonna have fun if we don't have a little? If we're not all just slightly a smidgen of racist, how do we have fun anymore? How do we go and tell funny jokes? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You gotta have at least a 2. Yeah, like a 2 or a 3.
Actually, probably around that too.
How racist are you?
Probably
say 10. Come on, bro. Be a real. Just say 20.
My mom was pretty broad-minded, and she made us broad-minded. We had plenty of contact.
I'm broad-minded. You know what I'm saying? I like broads.
Contact with everybody. There was Hispanics and colored people and Oriental people, and I know
Man, those are some dated terms, brother.
Words are all changed now, so everyone gets pissed about their little things.
How racist are you?
That guy's based and also a 7.
I like hope I'm not a 10. I feel like that's a question for other people, not for me.
Have you ever said or done something racist?
I'm sure I have. Like my
Don't pretend. Oh, you know, thinking about it, yeah, I might have. I might. Come on, bro.
Microaggressions are.
I mean, listen, I used to play Dota 2, which is effectively the same community as Call of Duty. Okay, so now you know. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Part of life, and
What's a microaggression?
I mean, just saying things that you don't understand in the moment that can be harmful or hurtful or, perpetuate stereotypes.
What's the most racist thing you've ever done?
Sorry, I keep getting thoughts, and I don't even know if this is racist that this happened, but it's like so weird. I'm sorry. Okay, so I remember, oh my God. Bro, I remember working at the bus company, and I had an Italian friend, and I told him, I said, I went to like the Asian buffet. I don't know if it's, they usually call it the Chinese buffet, but I guess, I don't know what, but anyway, we went to like the Asian buffet. And I was like, bro, there was this Italian family there making a lot of noise. And they were like, hey, take a picture of us and this, that, and the other thing. Sorry, so bad. And I remember telling him about that. And he's laughing. He's like, yeah. He gave the camera to like the woman, the Asian woman, to take a picture of him and stuff. And I don't know. It was just like, it was kind of funny to me. Because sometimes a little loud. And then my buddy was like, yeah, my family does that. When we go to like on a birthday, if we go to like the Asian buffet, we do stuff like that, or any place. I don't know, it's just weird and funny to me. Italians are funny. They're the life of the life of the party. That's what I'll say. Life of the party.
Maybe just like move to the other side of the room when I see someone, or just like have
Damn.
like a racist thought in my head, and I'm just like, oh, why did I think that?
Same,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
Factually, Black people do not have the structural power.
Bro, you can be racist individually. You can go, I fucking hate that white guy. Just say, who cares? You can be racist. Stop pretending. Oh my God. I hate this fucking woke nonsense, dude. I gotta stop using the word woke unironically though. But like, dude, come on.
In the United States to be racist.
Racism comes from people in power in a position to have authority against those that do not have that power and that authority. Someone who identifies with the minority community.
Identifies with the community, bro? Oh my God.
It is not possible for me to be racist.
Bro, you could still be individually racist, even based on like today's modern definition. You could still be racist. Holy shit. Prejudice or discrimination. Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by individual, community, or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership to a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is minority or marginalized. Typically doesn't mean that you can't be racist. If you're black, you can be racist. Maybe not systemically, but you can be racist. This is an individual conversation. We don't have to pretend that we know everything in the fucking world every time we talk about this shit. Oh my God. Go back to sleep, bro. That's what I'm going to start saying. So I think you Jarhead Devil Dog for the 5-month sub. Medium got a Disney vinyl record from the 60s. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, thanks. That's interesting. Okay.
So I believe that to an extent.
I mean, is it racist to like be racist to racist?
I actually don't believe that Black people can be racist.
I don't know, bro. Like, there's still a couple of like hesitant moments around like white people, especially. I'm predicting how their behavior will be because of the color of their skin, which is like definitely racist. But it's like it's a reaction. It's a reaction rather than like I hate those people. It's like I hate that those people probably hate me.
Maybe. Okay.
So, yeah.
Because I grew up around a lot of Latinos and blacks, and they always told me, they were all like, yeah, white people's the enemy, and we should avoid them, and I always just had...
Yeah, why didn't you listen? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm just teasing, dude. I'm just a fucking joke, okay? Don't ban me.
That kind of mindset,
I realized that the anger was hurting me more than anyone else around me, so it just took a lot of self-reflecting, figuring out where that anger was coming from, and then just learning to control it better.
There are natural biases, especially when you like are a person of color, because you in essence want to protect yourself, and there's a lot of things.
There are biases everywhere for everybody in every group.
Things that have happened to you and people you know.
But I would say that I feel like I am very biased sometimes, or that I group people and I like kind of go along with stereotypes.
A black person can be racist to a Hispanic person. A black person can be racist to Pacific Islander. I can still be prejudiced and hurt somebody, so I have to be aware of that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
I'm gonna go with a 4, just
5,
because of
10.
ingrained shit. Lived in a small town, moved to the big city, and learned a lot.
They keep saying like I'd be a 3 or 4 because of ingrained stuff. I'd say I'm a 3 or 4 because I'm just never mind.
So
how racist?
Hey, what's up?
maybe like a 5.
I feel like 5 is a safe number for anyone to start at, and then you can.
What's like the category though? Like, what does a 5 make you? Like, what's the number you hit for like being like a KKK member? Is that to 10? Then what's like a 9? You know what I mean? Being a Trump supporter. I don't know. What's the fucking sliding scale here look like?
And work yourself.
I think that everyone's really, really biased, so I'd probably say 5 or 6.
I think we're all racist, given the society we live in and the way racism is ingrained in us.
There's a lot of shit that I learned consciously and subconsciously that it takes a while to know that is happening and then a while to really undo what's happening.
I was raised by like Catholic white parents. I can't help that. Like as a child, I learned certain things that like now living in a very progressive city, I would like highly disagree with. What's the most racist thing you've ever done?
I used to work retail, and my manager's on the.
What is the most racist thing I've ever done? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually done something like racist. Like all jokes aside. Well, no, that's not true. I'm an idiot. I had a pretty rough TikTok. Trauma response. I had a bad TikTok. I had a little bit of. There was this brief stint on my TikTok where I was saying some race baity shit. That was very ignorant of me. So I can't even say that. I'm like, oh, I never done anything racist. What is wrong with me? I remember. Okay, here's the most racist thing I think I've ever done before, because I remember making this TikTok and I'm not proud of it. And I did it. I can't even tell you the state of mind I was in. I was in a state of mind where I was like angry at people for like canceling me over that, like, that, you know, the joke I'm talking about, the old enough to bleed, old enough to read joke. But like, it was a thank you very much to a content creator that allegedly slept with a 14-year-old 23, and everybody cut that part out. So I was like really angry, and it was like the progressive community who cut that part out and like was just trying to call me like a fucking pedo and shit. So I was spiraling, and I just wanted to piss people off and antagonize people. So I remember saying that, like, something like, if black people want white people to stop using the N-word, that they should stop using it. And that's probably the most racist thing I've ever done. So that was a little rough. That one was pretty stupid. That one's pretty bad. Yeah. Just gonna pretend like that didn't exist. That didn't exist. That didn't exist, guys. That never happened. But yeah, those are the unproud moments. Those are the moments of non-proudness.
Walkie would like tell me to customer service certain people, like on the walkie.
Walkie
like
slush?
their descriptions were just cringe.
Okay.
And you like participated?
Yeah.
Was that even, I don't know what she's talking about.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how racist are you?
The furthest negative that you could possibly believe in.
I don't think I'm racist at all.
I'm gonna go for 0, but I do think sometimes like
You can't be 0. It's 1 to 10. Do you guys don't know how to count? You should.
Casual racism occurs.
So I don't really notice people's color or really hold any judgments.
Some people just like have like a culture and like a way of thinking where they don't realize they're playing into like stereotypes.
Pretend like it doesn't exist, but repeat it for the internet. Shut up. My wife's making fun of me in the chat.
I think a lot of people have some type of like internalized racism, so I don't think anyone is really like a 0.
How racist are you?
Intentional.
Very orange. Not a bad outfit. I was just very shocked. She's read a lot of very. She looks like Mirda. I don't know.
Racist, I would say 0. There have been
Sunflower.
moments where I've said something ignorant and was corrected. One of my friends at the time was like Egyptian, and I like made an assumption that like one of her gods were a cat. She just didn't respond well to that.
I feel like
Why would you assume that she? Why would you just assume like her religion just because she was from Egypt? That's so interesting. It's just so fucking weird. Okay.
you could reevaluate your number, maybe.
Oh no.
How racist are you?
I try my best to be close to the 1-2 range. Sometimes
I try my best to be a 10. That's what she wanted to say.
Sometimes stereotypes will pop up in my head. That used to make me feel really guilty that I like would think these stereotypes. But then I learned that like being anti-racist isn't just like not having any prejudices. It's in fact recognizing when they pop up and dismissing them and knowing like that isn't true. That's just a stereotype. That's just a prejudice.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how racist are you?
But I think everyone has that internalized biases, so I'd say I'm maybe a 2.
Maybe a 2 or 3.
Come on, Johnny Sins. Relax.
3.
I will give myself a 3. A 3 because I'm not active enough with it.
Wherever you grew up,
You're not actively racist enough?
like you kind of, I'm not gonna say like you can't help it, but you're kind of fed things when you're little.
I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
And I recognize that I am a white person and I have a lot of white privilege.
I just recognize it now. Oh my god!
And I've benefited a lot in my career and in the world from the color of my skin. And
Okay.
I can't say that I
Maybe.
haven't like at some points enjoyed reaping the rewards of the colors of my skin.
Growing up in a small town.
My skin is my arms are red sometimes because I have high blood pressure. So isn't that cool? You're looking pretty good now, though. I guess my blood pressure is a little more under control. I never even noticed that. By the way, baby, we need more broccoli. And you're going to be gone for the next 5 days. I have to get it myself. It went bad. I smelled it. It smells like bad farts.
That was predominantly white. I think there's a lot of unconscious bias to be mitigated, and caring more about seeming like you're a bad person rather than just like genuinely being a good person, whether you get credit for that or not.
What's the most racist thing you've done?
I don't know if it's like me being racist, but it's like me being in the face of racism and being racist back. So I was in Turkey in 2020 during like China virus, and people wouldn't let me on public transportation.
China virus.
Because they thought I was Chinese, so I would just tell them I'm Korean. I would just pick a different race whenever. Like I was like, konnichiwa, I'm Japanese, and they're like, all right, come on in, you know. So
You were playing on their racism.
yeah.
What's the most racist thing that's happened to you?
Oh, I remember something. It wasn't actively racist that I did the other day, but it was like kind of funny. I'm going to tell you now. My wife and I, we went to the mall. I think I told this story. We're at the mall. And we got like at the mall they have like different like places, like Asian places. Like we went and got sushi, so it takes a while. They got to make it. So we're sitting there, and I like to like pretend fight my wife. We like box each other and stuff. So I started doing like karate chops on her, and I wasn't thinking about it. And she said, "Stop it." I said, "What?" We're just messing around. She's like, "You're doing fucking karate moves on me right now." I said, "Oh shit." I'm standing right in front of the fucking sushi place while they're making the food. That was a very unintentional racist thing.
Call the wet back.
Flat out, I've been called the N-word.
How'd that make you feel?
Hurts,
Me too.
you know? Just to be judged immediately off of the color of my skin.
When I was a kid.
Oh, that's terrible. The funniest unintentional racist thing that happened this week is we moved a new kid into a house, and we were filling out a form that asked if he was Hispanic, and his mom said, unfortunately, because she hates his father. Not because she hates Hispanic people. That's funny. That's funny.
Kid, like the neighbors used to not play with me because I was black, and they would play with my brother because he was light skinned.
What can people do to dismantle their own racism?
That's a personal journey. As a black man, I'm not here to educate you, but there's plenty of resources out there. I would say look inward.
You moved over.
In moments where you feel uncomfortable, lean into that. Ask yourself, why do I feel this way?
You know what the best way to bridge the gap and like get rid of racism? Anime. White people for some reason love anime. And they're not even like nerds, you know what I mean? Like it's either that white. I always talk about this. Who goes into Hot Topic? Weird looking white people or regular black people. Anime. It's the great convergence, you know. So go turn on Dragon Ball Z. Old stuff is pretty good. I think Kai is probably the best. You don't want to go through all the bullshit, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I haven't been enjoying Super. So if that's racist, then you know. Yeah. All right, cool video.